Hi guys, welcome back to the Grapplers Academy. We're back in the half guard series, which is morphed from the side control into the half guard series, and we're back talking my favourite grip of Jiu-Jitsu and arguably the king of grips in Jiu-Jitsu, the Kimura grip. And we're going to look at some slick shit. The KINGMURA grip, sized up the KINGMURA grip, so we'll see if that works out in the title. But the move that we're going to go through today looks flashy, but it actually works quite well. I've pulled this off a decent amount of times in training, enough that we can say that it works and isn't just a flashy YouTube, Instagram sort of move. So it's getting an armbar from the Kimura grip when you're underneath on the side control rather than from on top. So to go through it quickly, when we're here and we've got this, we're playing the knee shield sort of concept that we've talked about before, and the guy's trying to get some pressure in here on the face. We're going to kind of create a frame here and control the wrist. Like we talked about, it's always good to control the wrist from top or bottom because it's going to stop the ability to grab and close the distance in there and start smashing me down flat. So I spoke about from the other week how important it is to control the wrist from the top. So there's a little bit of a battle here to control the wrist at first. Better way of controlling the wrist, if we can sit up and get it, is with the Kimura grip. And just to avoid getting a straight Kimura finish here, what Sai's usually going to do, or the guy on the top's going to do, is bury the hand inside the hip so I can't bring it out easily. So I've got a little bit of a trick that I can do here. I can either bring my own leg out from underneath, which is going to be quite a lot of distance for me to travel, but I need a little bit of distance for me to do this technique anyway, so that's fine. Or I can, because I've got this grip, go a bit loose with my legs and encourage a pass, which is probably the preferable option because it takes less time for me then to invert underneath. I'm going to use the pressure that Sai's defending on the hip for the Kimura to my advantage to rotate and underneath, and as I push in with the weight on his own hip, bring my leg in over the top, drive over, and then I've got the armbar finish from there. So this relies quite heavily on the guy on the top doing a good defense, and then me encouraging him to pass the guard that I've created. So once after I've secured this Kimura grip here, and he's doing a good job of defending it, I've got to keep selling this all the way through as I try and create that space, whether I do it myself by bringing the leg out or I let him pass. But from here I've got to keep going away with my hips to create the space underneath to rotate, and I'm using that momentum of my body coming around with the hips to then direct the pressure into Sai's hip and start steering him over and sending my legs up to catch the armbar. Keep the same pinch as you would do, and then any ordinary finish that you've got on the armbar to finish there is fine. But it is quite heavily reliant on the control of the hand in on the hip and then doing the initial defence. But if they're not defending it, then you've got a straightforward Kimura from that anyway.
Oh, definitely. And once you get used to that position and start playing with it more, there's tons of opportunities to find the sweep, find the submission, and keep that control and grip as well. It's definitely something that's worth diving into. Probably say before diving into leg lock attacks from that positioning, look at the Kimura grip and master the Kimura grip.
Yeah, like I was saying, even if you don't successfully get the armbar off that, you've still got the Kimura grip and you can come up and start playing your top game with that. You have got to be careful when you're setting up that Kimura from the bottom that you don't kind of get it reversed on you. Yeah. Because you can get Kimura from the top as well if the guy on the top wins the battle of that grip. But pretty much almost always times in Jiu-Jitsu, if you can control a Kimura grip, you've got a good chance of controlling the guy's posture and where they can go on the mat as well. It is a really strong grip.
Oh, definitely. And just be aware as well of the other risk where if you do let your partner pass and they can beat you to the punch, there is an armbar they can catch on the arm that you've got the grip with. So when you decide to go for this, you go for it and make sure you beat them to the punch.
Definitely.
Spot on. We'll see you next week. If you drop a comment below and let us know what you think of this technique, whether you play with this one or if it's something you're going to add to your game. Let us know if there's anything that you want to see from this position. Again, drop us a message and we'll see what we can do with it. You've got the Bonafide PT, coached by Sai with the Grapplers Academy. See you next week.